Hey y'all, this is part 7 of how the Campbell County Juvenile Domestic and Circuit Court helped my son's father kidnap them on September 16th, 2025. So, I actually missed something. I got a summons while I was in the hospital having my son. This would have been in January of 2024. Still trying to get the psychological evaluation. He's still refusing to do it. And I got a summons to go to court. I had to go to court a week or two postpartum, and I obviously had to bring my newborn baby with me because he was a newborn baby. So I had to go to court because his attorney wanted to act like they hadn't already known that the psychological evaluator who was originally supposed to do it wasn't doing it anymore, even though I told him that, and I'd already gotten us a new evaluator and everything. So they wanted to act dumb, so they dragged me into court just to get a new order with the same doctor that I already had gotten for us to go to. It was literally just a huge waste of time. But anyways, I walk into the courtroom with my newborn baby strapped to my chest. And this judge, it wasn't the original judge who's been dealing with it. It wasn't her. It was a different judge. This man looks at me like I have 16 heads. He looks at my baby, he looks at me, he looks back at my baby, he looks around like, what is this woman doing bringing a baby in here? And I'm like, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm still actively bleeding. I'm still in a lot of pain, and this baby shouldn't be here. This is the first time that his father has seen him, too. First time. Of course he doesn't acknowledge him. He doesn't care. He's already said he's not connected to this baby. Like, when I first found out I was pregnant and told him about it, he wasn't connected to him. He said he didn't want anything to do with him. And again, he drove his car into my belly when I was pregnant with him. So he doesn't want this boy. But anyways, so we have this waste of time hearing another order. So the second order goes out. Psychological evaluations need to be done. Then we had to go back to court, and I don't remember. I'm getting my paperwork tomorrow. I have all my paperwork in my brother's house, so I have everything. So I'll get it and put the screenshots of the dates and all that stuff. But I had to go to court again because he still hadn't done his psychological evaluation. And they're, of course, blaming me because everything is my fault. I'm responsible for all of their issues, obviously. So, I am still unable to get my evaluation done because he has to pay for it before I can get it. He's still not contacting them. The receptionist at this point actually was like, listen, you're calling every day and there's no problem, but why don't we just do this? Why don't I reach out to you if I hear from him? Never heard from her again. Never heard from her. So I couldn't get mine done, and because I couldn't get him to give me his insurance information or his availability or anything, I couldn't even schedule his appointment. So no psychological evaluations are being done. Nothing. We go back to court again, go back to the original judge because the time has expired, and she's like, okay, these evaluations haven't been done. What's going on? Meanwhile, he's done his home study. He's gotten a home study at a new address. So, I never saw the home study. I never saw the results. I was supposed to pay for it. Never saw the results. I called social services who were supposed to have done it so many times. I just gave up because I was like, they said it was done, and they're like, we don't have a record of it being done. And I was like, but I had to pay for it. I don't need a debt like that on my, on my record or whatever. This is for custody. This is important. We need to make sure it's done. I never saw the home study. I never saw the results. I never saw confirmation that it was done, and I never paid for it because I never got an invoice. I never got a bill, and every time that I called, they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. So to this day, I don't even know if it was done. But I know where he said it was supposed to be done. Anyways, so we get another court date, and I was like, I don't know what to do about these psychological evaluations because I can't do mine because of him, and he won't do his. So I don't know what to do. So she orders, he actually withdraws his request to do one for me because he doesn't want to pay for it. Because I don't need it. He knows I don't need it. So he withdraws his request. She orders him to do a substance evaluation, a substance abuse evaluation as well. So now he's ordered to do a psychological evaluation and a substance abuse evaluation. So after that court date, she's like, this is it. Next court date is our final court date. So that was that. Our next court date was scheduled for, I believe, a month from then, maybe a month and a half. But like I said, I'm getting my paperwork back tomorrow, so I'll be able to give exact dates and all of that too. So that was spring of 2024. Spring or summer of 2024. Around this time, it had been almost a year since my son's father had tried to have any contact. He actually never even tried. There was one time he ever asked to see him before I got the protective orders and all that. After I had gotten out of the hospital and moved in with my parents, he tried to see him one time, and that was it. And he saw him for one day when I was in the hospital. My parents took my son over to him for one day. He didn't want him after that. So it has been a year at this point. So I was doing so much better emotionally. My son was so happy. I'm going to put in a couple of videos of how perfect he was at my next video. But he was so happy. He was so healthy. He was so smart and perfect. And my second baby was a raccoon. He is a rabid raccoon, and he always has been. He's been a mess since he came out of me, and he's a mess to this day. But anyways, so yes, that's where I'm gonna end this part, and I'll update y'all again tomorrow. Stay tuned.